Hello and welcome back to Healthy Spouse, Healthy House. My name is Tony and my channel focuses on health, wellness, and relationships. I believe that there are 15 different areas of health that any one person can work on at any point in time in their lives. So each week I ask you to join me. Well, let me go back. Let me run it back. So now instead of doing a video a week, I'm going to do every first and third Friday of the month. So that's something that I had to come up with. I was back on the drawing board, like, okay, what can I do? Because I was, oh gosh, I have not been consistent. And so I'm like, okay, I gotta try to figure out what I can do from here on out, because y'all already know I started back working part-time and life has just been lifing. I have 4 beautiful children. I have my husband, so my life is full, it's busy. And so at first I used to have so much time that I could dedicate to this particular ministry, but now with working, I call that another type of ministry too. But now with working, it's like, okay, now that takes some of my time away, but that's okay though, because I went back to the drawing board and I was like, okay, I need to put this in. I need to pin this in. I need to, really organize my time. Y'all know I talk about organizing. I talk about planning and scheduling, all that stuff, and making goals and stuff. So I was like, okay, this is what I can do. So expect a video every first and third Friday of each month. From here on out, I'm gonna try my best to be consistent. And then y'all, I'm also doing other pop-up videos during that time, because I have other ideas that I have going on. So I want to do pop-up videos too, and you'll get to know more about that. So I'll talk more about that at another time, but yes, expect a video every first and third Friday. I believe that's what I can do. Y'all pray for me, pray for your girl, because even though life is lifing, I love it. I love it, and I'm happy, I'm excited. And yes, y'all, and of course I get tired and all that other stuff. I've been sick lately. Oh goodness, it's just been a lot. But anyway, I digress. Let's move on to what this video is about. Okay, so anyway, so we have been talking about parental health, and you guys already know when we're talking about an area of health for a few videos, we call it a health kick. So we're on a parental health kick. And rightfully so, because there's so many different nuances to parental health. And parental health is something that's very important and near and dear to me, all the areas of health, but especially parental health, because the things that you don't get right, as a parent, can ultimately affect your children and then their lives. And then that thing just like keeps going on and on and on, right? And some people may call them generational curses or whatever. So things that you don't get right, you can definitely pass on to your children. So that's why it's very important to me. Parental health is one of those things that I'm like, okay, I have to get this right, and caused a lot of stress until I started working through some of those things, because I just didn't want to continue the cycle of things, negative things, and things like that happening. So anyway, and we'll talk more about that too in my story time. But anyway, oh gosh, y'all, it's been such a long time. So now I'm like getting off subject or whatever, but okay. So, well, in my last video, I defined parental health, and then we defined parental burnout, and I'm going to do the same thing in this video. Also, in my last video, I discussed some signs and symptoms of parental burnout. In this video, we're just going to discuss some things, like some circumstances, some situations, maybe personalities, things like that could cause you stress in your life and put you at higher risk for having parental burnout. Okay, so let's get started. So parental health I define parental health as taking care of your personal health while creating healthy examples for your own children to follow, and also creating a healthy environment for your children to thrive in while protecting them and providing for them. So that's parental health. So now let's define parental burnout. So parental burnout is feeling physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausted and overwhelmed by your role as a parent. And many of this, I would say many of us have experienced this on so many different levels, whether it's just, I feel, a little burnout, maybe me getting some rest will help me, I need to talk to somebody, real quick, or whatever it may be. Some of us have experienced this on different levels, and it's, because you are trying to take care of not just yourself and possibly your spouse or your significant other, but you're also trying to take care of children too. When at first it was just you or it was just y'all, now it's all of y'all. It's all of y'all. And children can cause a lot of change to happen in your life. And many of those changes are amazing. And even the lessons that you're getting are amazing, right? But and although there are, like, people say there's no books on, children don't come with an instruction manual, and this is true. And there are a lot of books and pamphlets and things like that that are written on parenting and parenting styles and things like that. But this thing rings true, right? That no two children are alike. You can have two children that are born in the same family, in the same household, and with the same mom and dad, and they come out completely different, and all in all, we are people that change. We're not the same. Especially children, they grow at such an amazing rate. What their needs are as babies is not the same as toddlers, and then small children, medium-sized children, big children, preteens, teens, whatever. They continue to change. And this is why I tell my children, I want to get to know you. I want to get to know you as, this age, or, this grade, or whatever. So anyway, so there's so much to say about that, but let's get on some of the causes, personalities, or whatever, some types of things that can cause you to have stress and ultimately end up with parental burnout. So the first one is poor boundaries. And that's boundaries that you have set for, or have set or not have set, for yourself or for your child, or in general. If you're a person that does not set good boundaries, or not even enforce good boundaries, not only should you set them, but you should enforce them. Also, the next one is people pleasing. People who just want to make other people happy or whatever, and that can affect what goes on in your own personal home or with your personal self. Also lack of communication, whether it's lack of communication between you and your child, or you and your spouse, your significant other, your co-parent, or with those people who spend a lot of time with your child, like teachers, or counselors, or therapists, or doctors, whatever, just having that lack of communication. Also having unrealistic expectations, possibly of yourself, of your child, of your spouse, your co-parent, having unrealistic expectations of what it is that you would want your spouse to do, or what you want your child to be like, or whatever, just in general. Also, scheduling conflicts can be a cause of stress, and therefore end up being, causing you to have parental burnout. Next is role assumption. When you assume that, again, your spouse or co-parent or whomever is going to do this, instead of having that communication between the two of you, and talking honestly. Also, if you have limited access or knowledge of resources, is one that can cause you to be stressed out, not knowing what it is that you can just have access to help you or assist you in raising your child or your children properly can cause you stress. And just not being aware of those things, which is why I'm thankful for schools and libraries and those things and churches in your community that can help you with those things. Also, lack of support can cause stress. When you don't have that village around you that can assist you in helping with your children and in helping with you too. Having your friend to call and talk to, be like, girl, do you know what happened today? you know? And also having distrust in others, not being able to trust other people around your children. I'm going to tell you now, you need to find people that you can trust because you need help. You don't have everything that you need, or that your child needs to be a well-rounded individual. They have to be able to be around other people. So, anyway, so those are just a few factors, and I want you to join me as I continue the conversation on parental health, more specifically parental burnout, because I believe that, like I said before, parental health is one of those things that is very near and dear to me. So I'll see you guys in the next one, and may God bless us on this journey. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll again see